Here we go. So I'll run these for you. Yeah, they're gorgeous. They're absolutely beautiful. And then these, I will put new wires on them because I think they're fairly new, but I'll make sure there's 925 wires on there, please. Yep, I'll run the crystals next. Yeah, so after the pre-bids, that's pretty much what I do. I run what people want. Uh, and Lori pastes a bid. Oh, on these. Okay, Lori girl, gotcha. Yeah, they're gorgeous. They're very outstanding. I think the abalone with the blue and then the green at the bottom really makes them stand out. And the both pair are marked on the back. Both pieces are marked on the back. I found that's important too, to make sure that when you're buying from some places like in Mexico, make sure both pieces are marked. Thank you guys. Appreciate you, all of you, a lot. Um, it's been a rough time for me, and this jewelry. Thank you, girl. This jewelry brings me through. It really does. This is what's kept me going throughout my cancer. I've been in cancer therapy 9 months. I think 9 months. I have a month off, and we do some more scanning the first week of August and see where I'm at. And hopefully, we've conquered the beast. That's what I keep telling my husband. Hopefully, we've conquered the beast. And if not, well, we will see what's up next. They got some programs out of Lexington at the hospital there, plus the Cleveland Institute of Head and Neck Cancer would be one of my two options to go to. I really don't want to go to Cleveland, but I might. So here we go. I'm running these. These I love. They're light too. They're very light, and they take on kind of like what you're wearing, right? So whatever you kind of wear, as you see, they kind of took on the blue here. Because it's a faceted crystal, they'll kind of take on whatever around them, which I love. I'm addicted to crystals, so it's part of my thing. And that's a really beautiful pair of crystals. There you go. Thank you very much, Paris. Oh, think of you whenever I dream about going to Paris. Oh, I would love to go to Paris. Yes, I would. Let's see what else. Anybody else want me to run anything? One new message. I thought I saw them lower right. Okay. Oh, these? Think you're talking now. I think you're talking about these maybe. It's got the brooch with the rose, and then it's got the clip-on earrings, but they're not stamped, and I have not tested. I can't find my tester. I don't want to get new stuff. Um, still looking for it. Was this it? David, answer me, David. I'm going to run these guys. This set is gorgeous. This is a very pretty set. I actually ended up with quite a few sets. That was a brooch set, which is unusual. They're silver tone. I don't know if they're silver. They act silver. When I cleaned them up, they acted silver. I say that by the way that it leaves what it leaves on my. I don't know if they're silver, David. I can't test. I'm almost to the point where I'm through my last box, and if my tester's not there, I'm going to go buy new stuff. But up to this point, I do not test. It's not marked anywhere at all. There's nothing marked at all. But it just, when I cleaned it on the cleaning cloth, it cleaned up. See how it shined up right there? Keep out of my way. Let's see if I can get this out of the way. Yeah, see how this cleaned up right there? How it got all shiny like that? So that's all I got to go on. So I don't know if they are or they're not. But I've got the set. And we've got Miss Vintage Genie has a pre-bid on it, so we're going to go ahead and run this one. And then I'm going to do a giveaway. I have some new things in my giveaway. Run the long silver dangles next, certainly. Those are really pretty too. And I don't know has silver always been marked silver? Like if you go to the 1940s, if this was produced in the 40s, would they have marked it silver? This is the stuff I don't know. David, do you know that answer? Because I really don't know I know in the 50s after the war, everything started getting marked. Thank you, Jeannie. Everything started getting marked after the war. And so, and I'm not sure if that's what it was or what, but okay, so for giveaways tonight, I've got a variety of different things, guys. I've got earrings, I've got a bracelet. I have a necklace and a brooch. And what else did I have? Oh, I have this here. Oh, you want me to on? I'm good. Turkey brooch. Here's look at my turkey brooch. Gobble, 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 gobble. There he is. Isn't he cute? He's adorable. Gobble, 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 gobble. Did you want me to run the turkey brooch, David, before you leave us? Or were you staying for my giveaway? Thanks, I'm good. Turkey brooch. I'm the turkey brooch? Are you calling me a turkey brooch? Is that what you're doing, Mr. David? I think I know people like you. But I will run the turkey brooch, but just not right now. Right now, I was going to do my giveaway. So, unless you want me to run the turkey brooch. If you want me to run the turkey brooch because you're leaving, I'll do that. Otherwise, I'm going to run a giveaway. Scary. Run the chicken. Do you think he's a chicken? You think he's a chicken and not a turkey? That could be, huh? You're calling me the turkey. I know you're calling me the turkey. I know this, David. We've been hanging out way too much. Okay, where's my turkey? Yeah, I just don't want to say something is something that I don't know for sure because I thought this was turkey. I guess I'm not good with naming my animals. David and I have gone through this before where I thought something was one animal and I was corrected by the entire group that it was a different animal. So, gobble, gobble, gobble. Gobble, 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 gobble. So my turkey gobbles. Even if it's a chicken, it gobbles. It's a gobbly one. When I lived in Hawaii, I realized that chickens do really weird things. Like I'd never seen. It's running. The blue rhinestone turkey brooch is running for $10. If anyone's interested in my turkey or my chicken, I'm pretty sure he's a turkey. How'd you get chicken? Think he's a chicken? He's running. You missed him. Let me run him again. I'll restart auction. There you go. He's running again. He's going to run away if you don't watch out. He's running. He's running. He's running. You can't bid. Why not? Did you get an error or something? Can nobody bid on this piece? Maybe I missed putting it on. Oh, are you on Facebook? David, get off Facebook. You know better than that. David, when you come back off of Facebook, yeah, thank you, Paris. I should have caught that. David, when you come back in off of Facebook, we'll run them again for you. You can't bid on Facebook. You know that. I know that. We've been through this. You and I have been personally through this. Nope. Am I Facebook? Yeah, you're showing your little Facebook icon, the F icon with the round circle. So that tells me you're on Facebook. Yeah, you're in Facebook. So get into district, and then I'll run them again when you get back. Nope, am I Facebook? Yes, you are. You have a big F in front of your name. That tells me you're on Facebook. And actually, Paris caught it, so that she's pretty good. Paris, do you sell on here? Or you just know this stuff? That's cool. Let me find these earrings for you. Yeah, I don't have many people left on Facebook. I stopped advertising on Facebook. Move to stage. Okay, this is also a bid. You're not a seller? Oh, you just know that. Yeah, I am. Well, that I can relate to. I have to sell this stuff. Okay, David's back. We're going to run these silver untested earrings first, and then we'll go back to my turkey, chicken, whatever it is. Okay, so here's the long silver dangly earrings first. And those Paris is looking at. And then I'm going to go back and run my turkey, chicken, or chicken, turkey, whichever it is. And then we got Paris and Lori on these guys. Yeah, they're really cool. I got more earrings in this last lot than I was prepared for, so I liked these. Thank you, Paris. And see how they're made? See another one where I'm thinking could be silver. And that's what I'm wondering. Did they not test stuff back in the day? Is that how come some of it memory shows? Okay, my turkey. Let's run him again. Let's find the turkey. Let's find who's the turkey in the room. My husband's not here, so he can't stand up. Okay, move to stage. He's on stage. Restart the auction. And the blue bird, I'm just going to call him a bird. Either he's a turkey or he's a chicken. I thought it was a turkey. Why did I think he was a turkey? Why do you think he's a chicken? What's the difference? Is it running? Now it's running. Good Lord. Now it's running. Sorry, guys. So, David, is it a chicken? Yeah. Thanks, Lori. Lori Girl is one of my regulars. She's always helping me out. Nancy usually is, but I think she's preoccupied this evening. She has really older parents she takes care of, which I think is super, super cool. My dad died, but my mom, I never really had a mom. My dad died when I was young. So, okay, David got a turkey. Turkey. We should take a vote. Is it a turkey or is it a chicken? I'm thinking it's a turkey because I don't have anything hanging down here. And on a chicken, doesn't the chicken always have something hanging down there? I think so. Hamster. Okay, it's a hamster. I don't have any hamsters. I do have a butterfly though. Turkey. I think turkey. I'm going with turkey. This is a butterfly. At first I thought it was a dragonfly. And then I got this and I'm like, no, this is a dragonfly. No, I didn't run the giveaway. I'm running it now. Thank you, Lori. I have this necklace here. This is for humanity. Only we can bring humanity, harmony, and peace to our earth. I thought it was pretty cool. It's probably from around 2000, I'm thinking, because it has that on there. So shall I run this one? Or shall I run this little purple bracelet, which is a little Avon bracelet? Which would you rather have me run? This has a price tag of $14.95 on it. I just didn't know if it was vintage enough for me to sell. And then the little purple Avon bracelet. Do I have a car? Do I personally have a car? I have a car, but I don't drive. I quit driving because of my illness. So this is an Avon infinity bracelet with little purple stones. So this could be a giveaway or this. Which would you like me to run, Lori? Seeing Lori brought it up, I'll let her pick. You don't drive at night anymore? Do a choice? Oh, I could do that. I've never done it that way. Let me run. Let me go under my giveaways. That's a good idea. I never did that. And on here, I can edit and I can add the bracelet, I think. Okay, let's do that. Humanity necklace or bracelet. And then you guys can tell me what you want. How's that? Okay, done. And running. Where did you go? Here we go. Okay, so this giveaway is running, and it's your choice. You can either take this, the Humanity necklace, or this, I think, was marked Avon. Yes, right there. So how to join? Yeah, I got 2 people joined up already. I pay for all shipping on the giveaways, so enjoy. Just enjoy whatever I send you. I thank you. I thank everybody who comes. If you don't do a giveaway, you usually end up with something freebie in your package. So it's just something I do. It's something I've done since I started selling this stuff in around 2000. Let's see, I retired in right before, during the pandemic, 2020. So I've been doing jewelry since prior to that because I did it for a few years before I retired. Okay, so we got 2 entries only. Come on, guys, I got 10 seconds left. We got 8 people on. Come on, join. I try to give different things than I would sell on the giveaway just because they're different. Okay, who's winning and who's going to... Okay, Mary, which is Paris. Paris. Mary, which would you like? The Humanity or the Avon? Or both? Why did you say both? Say both. Yay, Mary. Humanity. Okay. It is pretty cool. I was really hoping I would find the peace one because that was kind of like, well, 56, if that relates to anything like what I'm thinking it relates to, which it relates for me, then you understand. Okay. So You're welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Let's see. I have some marked thermoset, some signed thermoset stuff I'd like to show. Um, unless someone has a preference of what they'd like to see. This is a really beautiful set. Um, it's glass and kind of an acrylic, but absolutely gorgeous. 4-strand, and it has the matching earrings. And I didn't show this set earlier. You're okay, so you are right around my age. So I've got, yeah, it's absolutely, this set is gorgeous. And here's the back of it. And then also I had these little bitty earrings in the same box. I assume they all went together. So that is a 3-piece set that I have. I have that marked at, what do I have that marked at? Is that a buy now? Yes, it is. $12 on a buy now. So what I can do on a buy now is I can move it to stage so you can buy it this way. Now, the glass beads are these, like that's a glass. Then I've got some non-glass, and then I've got a couple glass thrown in. So it's a combination of both. It's a little bit of both. It's glass and it's acrylic. Looks like the earring, the center bead is glass and all the rest is acrylic. If they were all glass, they'd be super heavy. So that's a buy now. So you can just actually click on it and do a claim, and you can just buy it that way. So I don't run them as an auction. I ran this a couple weeks ago, probably, and I probably had it at 15, and now I've got it at 12. So it's a really pretty set. And when you're doing the 3 and 4 stranders, you want to steer away from total glass. They get really heavy. I think I had a 5 or a 6 one that was glass, and it took me a while to sell just because it was heavy. But that's when I used to do live events and people could actually touch and feel this stuff. Here's a hummingbird. I love the hummingbirds. Let me see if I have any other pre-bids. I got to remember to keep checking my pre-bids. No pre-bids. Good job, Mel. Okay, cool. Now this is the next thing I had up on for auction. It's a hummingbird. All the rhinestones are present, and this can be a pendant or a necklace. And so I'll send along a gold chain with it as well. I didn't put it on the chain, but I will send a chain along. And I've got this guy up for 8. So I don't know if anyone's interested. Anyone does birds, does animals. I got birds, I got butterflies, I got a teddy bear, I got a dragonfly. I've got a few different, but yeah, so he's really pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and run it anyway. Some of these I run, if nothing else, just to get them up in so that I can then throw them into the store. I have a store as well that has a couple hundred items in it. So if you can go take a look at that, you can see what other stuff I might have available that you might like. But here's the hummingbird. I had a fascination for hummingbirds when I lived in Arizona. And I lived in Nevada and Arizona because we had them there. Didn't have as many in Arizona as what I thought I would have. Had a ton of them in Nevada. So we'll leave that guy up there. Okay. Thermoset. These are kind of unique. Can I run the turquoise? The earrings? Yeah, these guys. They're on a French hoop. This is what they call it. This particular hoop is a French hoop. And when I used to make jewelry, so what I did is this came from a necklace that I took apart. So I used to take vintage pieces apart, which I don't do anymore. I was bad, but I destroyed so many beautiful pieces that I should not have destroyed. Took a lot of things apart that if I had now, I would never take apart. But yeah, so these came off the necklace, and then I put extra beads on there. But I've always made jewelry and done jewelry as kind of a separation from my real world. Don't know why, but it's always been a great separation for me. And then you can see the turquoise beads that are in the skies. Okay, move to stage. There we go. And so then these would be a 925 wire. I did all of my jewelry on 925 wire and 925 necklaces. And if I bought earrings that were pre-made, I would change out the wires because I didn't know what they were. I have a granddaughter who's super, super allergic. I mean, to the point where she's allergic to zippers on her jeans. So thank you, Paris. So being allergic to zippers on her jeans, she lived with us when she was little, and I had to learn to figure out ways that I could put clothes on this child. So yeah, so we learned to use fingernail polish on the backs of everything. Yeah. Here's one of my favorite brooches. Isn't this pretty? Butterfly, butterfly, butterfly. I see a butterfly. I see a butterfly. The butterfly just flew in. He's a beautiful butterfly. No missing stones. This one is just a butterfly, not a pendant. Here is the clasp. I always make sure if there's any missing stones, I will identify them, and I won't sell anything that the clasp doesn't work on. I got a piece from a vendor, and I told her, I said, I can't sell it. I can't use it. I can't use the clasp. She goes, well, take it off. I'm like, well, then it's no longer what I bought, so I wouldn't do that. So I ended up getting my money back on that one. So I got this one at 8 for the butterfly. So I'm going to run the butterfly now. I love the pink. So that's why I thought it was a dragonfly, because it has this little bit here, but I guess not. That makes it is it a butterfly? I do have it running if anyone is interested in the butterfly. Guess not. Okay. I thought somebody was interested in you. It's okay. I love you. I always have to tell the girls that I love them even if they don't. And then this one I marked at 8, but I'm going to mark it down to 5 because it is much smaller and less intricate than the other ones that I have. So let me find the dragonfly one. There you are, and edit you. Okay, now I'm just about at the point where I'm ready to take offers, guys. Okay, so the butterfly brooch, I call it a butterfly brooch. Did I? No, I called this one a dragonfly. Okay, move to stage. Okay, so this is the dragonfly. And I just reduced the price from 8 to 5. It has one center bead there, some small blue rhinestones there, and then the rest of this is enameled. And there are no chips in the enamel that I could tell. So I've got this one now running at $5. Oh, there's a good picture of it. So she's now running at 5, and that's definitely the dragonfly, I think. And then there's a dragonfly and a damselfly, and that's more confusing. I didn't know there were damselflies until I lived in Arizona this last time before we moved here. That's what I learned about damselflies. So, okay, so let me scan the table again and show you guys what's out here in case you would be interested in me to run something for you. Okay, so these are mostly buy nows over on this side of the table. This is a pretty is these marked Hong Kong? No, I guess not. I thought it was. But there's a pink 2 set there, which I think is West German glass. This is a brooch that someone made. That's definitely a silver backing with semi-precious stones. Some really beautiful rhinestones. This goes together as a set. I put these two together now, these beaded ones. Here's another beautiful beaded bracelet. Like so. And some other stuff I have. I want to show you this one next. That one's a little unique. So that's what I've got out yet, guys. So out of this, is there something you'd like to see? I started showing this, but I didn't finish, so we could go back to Joan Rivers. Does anybody here know anything about Joan Rivers jewelry? I don't really know about Joan Rivers jewelry. This is the first piece I've ever seen in my stuff. And I'm now buying lots of it from my vendors that I used to buy from when I had a store. So this is a Joan Rivers. She's in perfect condition. There is the mark on the back. I wish this lighting would work better. There we go. There's the mark on the back of her. So yeah. So I just thought it was a really super cute teddy bear. And she's kind of hefty. Not too much. I could wear her. And I've got a bad neck, so I got to be careful. And then it's also marked Joan Rivers jewelry here on the tag that's on the chain. So I know for sure it's a Joan Rivers. It's a true Joan Rivers piece. And I know I have it set up already. So let me find her. Where is she hiding? Did I start to run her and that's why she's not showing up? That could be. I'm trying to not mess these up too much if I can. Maybe I ran Joan Rivers. I didn't realize it. I do not see. See, this is what gets me in trouble because I'll be like, I don't see Joan Rivers anywhere. And if I go to Runner, put a picture in a Runner, then afterwards I'm going to see Joan Rivers again. And I'm like, no, where did you come from? I've had this happen the last couple of weeks. So there it is. See, now it shows up. So I've actually got Joan Rivers marked at 12. The comps on here, the comps that I was looking at was running it. Yeah, I found it. Most of these were running around 30. So I put mine at 12. And she's running right now, as a matter of fact. I didn't even realize it was running. I can run it again. So I have it at 12, but this is part of the evening that I tend to go, let's make a deal. If you want to make me an offer on any of the pieces that I have left out, we can talk. I can put it up for an offer. So on this piece, if someone's interested and say you're interested in it at 10, let me know, and I can and I will be willing to do bids. So for anything I'm showing you this evening, if you'd like to make me an offer on it, let me know before I start the auction, and then I'm able to change it. Okay. All right. So with that said, I have this cute, adorable pair of bird brooches, twin brooches. I think I'm into the twin brooches. I've gotten quite a few of them now through the time I've been selling. I don't know if they're attracted to me or what the deal is, but this is a set of twin brooches. Here's the backs on them. They're actually made really nice. They are birds. I don't know if they're supposed to be lovebirds or what. I have them at 8, but again, I'm open to offers. So if anyone's interested in these guys, let me know. And then I'm about ready to do another giveaway because we're at what time? 6:24. So yeah, no one's interested in these. I thought they were so neat because they're lovey birds. They're lovebirds. It's like the little lovey birds. Okay, we'll leave you. I'm not gonna. I guess I'll run you. I'll go ahead and run it. Okay, so let me scan the table again so you can let me know if there's something you want me to show you before I randomly just start grabbing stuff. Speaking of butterflies, I have this piece too. This is a little different butterflies. Okay, they call these, if you look these up, they call these, what are these called? Let me pull this up. Like a dress clip type of thing. I use it for a variety of different things. Sweaters. I use it to hook my scarves. I do it to, there we go, move to stage. So a lot of times I use it for my scarves because I don't like to always tie them. So I'm able to use this without using a brooch. Brooches on my silk things just never happens. It's just not going to. But this is really pretty, all enameled, in really nice condition. I've never seen one that opens and closes so nicely for its age. So these you can pretty much date back to the 50s. They were very popular when the sweaters were popular. So a lot of them, the time they're called sweater clips, but I call them sweater clips, dress clips, scarf clip. You can clip your scarf to your dress. You can do all kinds of cool things with them. So they're not necessarily just a sweater clip. So is anyone interested in the butterfly? And if you are, did you want to make a deal? Let's make a deal. I got it at 10. And don't be afraid to make me an offer. Where's Nancy? Nancy, are you out there? Nancy always makes me offers. Did I lose Nancy tonight? Nancy, are you there? Because she's the one that makes a lot of offers. And I wanted you guys to see how she does it. She just blurts out something to me. I'm going to tell her I'm taking offers now. Please join. See if I can get her to join back up. And I think she's at her parents' house. So this is one that I would take an offer on if anyone is interested in it. I have quite a few. To me, these and these are not exactly the same thing. This is truly more of a sweater clip, but it can also be a scarf clip because I have clipped many scarves with this. So they're both called the same. This is a sweater clip. This is a dress clip. This can be a sweater clip. Can do. Okay, Paris, can you do the blue rhinestone set? Yes, I can. For 8, yep. This set here. It's from Rogers Department Store. No, not that set. What blue rhinestone? These? The earrings? Blue rhinestone set. What blue rhinestone set? Did I miss something? Oh, this set. The older set with the screwback earrings, right? Yeah. Okay, now I gotcha. See the back of these? But again, no signature. I get so frustrated. And then I put this on a gold chain, a gold coat. It's a gold coated chain. I mean, gold filled. It's not true gold. You might want to put it on a little better one when you get it. But sure, let me find this for you, and I'll bring this up at 8. Now, what I'm going to do is try to find it, and there it is. It's right there. Move to stage, and then do an edit. Wait a second. Yeah, there we go. Change the 10 to an 8. Update the listing, and start the auction. There you go. There you go. Just that simple, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, they're really pretty, and they're very lightweight, and they are the screwbacks, which are becoming, well, through the years, I can't wear pierced earrings. I had a ear surgery done when I was like a teenager after a car accident, and I don't have hardly any earlobe on one side, so I can't wear regular earrings. So I like these and clip-ons, but they have to be very tiny, which is why these work better. Thank you, Paris. I appreciate that. Okay, what else did you guys like to see? Let me do another giveaway. I have this cool, what kind of seed pearl beads with this brooch as a giveaway. So I'll run this one. Let's see, giveaway. There we go. There we go. Start the giveaway. And please join, guys. I love people. I love to hit new people up, especially that haven't ever bought from me before, to get an idea of my quality of my products. So this one's running, and I got one entry so far. So we'll set this down, and I'll continue showing my jewelry. That way we can do two things at once. This is a beautiful brooch. Again, AB rhinestones, all present. These pretty white leaves, kind of off-white, enameled. Absolutely gorgeous piece. So while that is running, I'm going to find this one and see what kind of price I have on her. I think I have 8 on her. I think I put 8 on her. I think that is what I did already. Because normally I would mark some of these 10, and I went ahead and marked them lower. Yeah, she's at 8. But again, I'm open. Blue rhinestone earrings run offer for 4. Okay, let this. These. And the winner is Mary. Yay, Mary. This is really a pretty little brooch, too. I like the name Mary. It was my mother's name. I didn't really know her, but yeah, very pretty. Oh, there's my plumerian flowers. I lived in Hawaii for 25 years. So that flower is a plumerian, which takes me back home. I lived in Lahaina. I was there for the fire. Sadly, everything's gone, and that was a hard thing to deal with. And the anniversary of that's coming up. Crazy enough, it's the same day that we get the results of my scans from the doctor. So I'm like, that better be a lucky day now. It better have changed from a bad day to a lucky day. And I asked the doctor if he could change my appointment. He's like, nope. And I'm like, okay, I'll deal. So I'm dealing. Why can't I find you guys? See, this is when I get flustered. Oh, because that's under buy now. That's why. Because he's under a buy now. So now I can move to stage. I can edit the item. Mark it at 4. And then, because it's a buy now, you can just go ahead and buy it. That makes sense. I don't know who I was talking to, who was looking for this. But it should be out there now as a buy now. Well, where'd it go? No, it's on stage. That's why. Oh, yeah. Blue rhinestone earrings, unsigned. So these are on. You bought those. Okay. I see it now. When it comes up orange, I know it was purchased from the store versus purchased from my stock that I brought out tonight. Okay. This is a Cora. Cora is one of my favorite designers. Usually it's hard for me to part with some of her stuff. There's her sign thing right there. And she's got two telltales. This is hers. So I've learned this and that should match to make a true set, to make it a true set. Because I had a lady, believe it or not, send me a bag of the old-fashioned hooks, and some of them are signed, which I was shocked that somebody would do that. Does that mean that people change these out? I would never do such a thing. I also verify that it's a Cora by Googling it on the web. I do both just to make sure. I know. I can't believe people would do that people would actually change out pieces. But now that I got that bag of stuff, I'm like, what was her intention of that? She goes, oh, free gift, lucky you. And I was like, but what is the intention of sending me parts that I could take into and put on a necklace or bracelet to make it not be what it really is, which I find to be very sad. Yeah. Okay, these guys I have set up at 8. But again, we're on Let's Make a Deal time. So if you'd like to offer me anything on this one, this is a really pretty made one. What I love about thermoset is it is a forever bead. It will forever be this. It's very brittle. It's not going to come off of here. Here's where it's marked Cora and on the chain. So Cora will typically mark the piece and the chain so that you know what you're getting. But this is, I love this one because of the silver work on it, and it's lightweight. Thermoset can't be melted down and made into anything else. These will forever be these beads. So that's what I think they're cool. So it became an addiction of mine through the 90s, and I bought way, way too much thermoset. So this is a light blue necklace that I have. Now these necklaces are short. They run 16, 17 inches. I do have extenders for them that I can send along if you'd like. So this baby blue one is set at 8, but I am willing to take offers on her. So there's that one. Let me know if anybody's interested. Let me show you what's out here yet. In case there's something you want me to pull up for you. This is actually a brooch. It's the last one I have of my clock brooches. I think I had 6, but it's one that somebody made. It's a little bigger than the other ones that I had, which is probably why I still have it. This is that thermoset brooch. These are beaded. I have a friend in Ohio who makes these, or Pennsylvania. I think she moved to Pennsylvania. So this gives you an idea of what I've got left out here to bid on tonight. And thermoset comes in all different flavors. Like that blue set was a thermoset. This is a thermoset. These white beads. Typically, there it is. This is older thermoset because it's completely open on the back. And then this one's cool because it's got these little flowers on it. And typically you don't see that. Thermoset was only created in 3 different locations in the US. It originally was a material that came from England. They were trying to create a everlasting plastic. And this was everlasting, but it's too brittle for what they were doing. So this set also comes with earrings. And I think I've got this one marked down to 10 right now. So this is a bracelet. Now there's not, vintage bracelets are hard to come by. And that's because if you watch any old television like I do, you see how people, they have them on and they get banged up around the table on the gold thin stone set. Yep. This one here. Was that it? This one? Yeah, I can do that. 10 on this one. I think I can do that. Let me look at it quick. Yep. So let's edit this, mark it at 10. I prefer to sell this jewelry as quickly as I can so that I can buy more. I have this addiction of I love to buy. So I want to be able to buy more. All the rhinestones are present. It's absolutely gorgeous piece. See all those rhinestones in there? They're all faceted set. Again, no signatures. I don't know why there's no signatures on these. This looks like a Tafara to me. It just does. But again, I know a lot of people will sell things as unmarked this or unmarked that. I don't do that. If I can't find it marked, it is what it is. Okay, thank you, Paris. If I can't find a signature on it, I'm not going to try to sell it as something that I don't know what it is. I just can't do that. It's really hard for me to do that. Here I got a ring. This is a 7. It's a very flashy ring, but it's a 7. Yeah, I'm starting to pull out my fall pieces. We haven't had much of a summer here in Kentucky. When I moved here last year, about the same time, we had summertime. This year, we haven't even been able to get the grill out. Every time we think we're going to grill, it rains. So, but here's a size 7 ring, all rhinestone, all present. Very pretty, but it's a smaller ring. It is a 7. So, and I can't remember what birdstone that is, but it's one of my friends. These are Tafara earrings. I think I put these in. Tafara did a lot of leaf. Well, leaves were really pretty in the 50s. I mean, they were so popular in the 50s. These were Tafaras. Yeah, these are Tafaras. What do I have these guys at? Don't sell as much Tafari as I do other brands. I sell a lot of Cora, mainly because I think I'm attracted to the Cora. Okay, and I've got these guys at 10, but again, we're at let's make a deal time. So I've got them at 10. I don't know if anybody wants to make an offer or else I can run them at 10. Yeah, I think they're really pretty. Okay, I'm going to not run them because it doesn't look like anybody was interested. This is a beautiful brooch. Oh, for 8? Sure. Thank you, Miss Lori. Lori, why don't I put these aside for you? Does that sound good? Okay. I'm only doing that, folks, because I owe Lori some credit. So I'm trying to make up for her lost jewelry. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is a beautiful brooch, AB stones, set with a white, kind of a white, off-white, kind of enameled leaves. Again, I expected to see Tafara on this. There is no name on this guy that I can decipher. But a really nice made brooch. And I think I have this one up at 8 right now. I remember this. I put this one up at 8. I think it's the first piece I listed tonight. But you see how the rhinestones kind of go swirling through there? I think that's really cool. So that one's at 8. That's what I had it at. This is a Tafari. Or are you let's see, what brand were you? Let's see, who are you? Who do you belong to? Oh, it's a Lisner. So I have this Lisner at 12. Brown and orange. I sold a pair of earrings last week that were they're not a match because they're not even the same company, but they kind of go together. So right now I've got this guy at 12 is a Lisner. I tend to mark the ones that are signed. Okay, yeah, and I was talking about thermoset. It was only made in 4 locations in the US, 3 or 4, and most of it wasn't signed. Okay, yeah, because I think you bought the earrings, right, Lori? That I think match kind of match it. Okay, so if nobody's interested in this, I'm going to save that for Lori as well. Okay, I've got these little pretty thermosets. Now this is a dichoric, so dichoric thermoset, which I thought was super cool. They played around with it right before they stopped playing with thermoset. And you see, dichoric is the fact that they put some gold leaf inside with the material for the thermoset, so that when it kilned, it exploded, and it left a big part of gold there and little specks of gold there. So that's what dichoric glass does. And I think they were testing to see if they could do the earring, if they could do the same thing with thermoset that they were able to do with glass, which they couldn't. So which is why that idea did not work. So I've got these guys currently set up at $5. If anyone is interested in these guys, they're really pretty. And they've got the little silver swirls, and they are a clip, but they also have the screw back, which I like personally myself, because then I can set them up to fit me, and I've always got them. But I don't think I put these up. There we go. Move to stage. There you go. Now you're up. So I've got these guys up for 5, and I'm going to go ahead and run them just so I can put them out in the store. Okay, so I'm running these. I love that. I've always loved dichoric glass anyway. What amazes me about it is I had a vendor that I used to be next to when I used to sell this stuff under the tree, and she would make some of the most beautiful pieces. But like she said, I could never reproduce it, and so that would be a bummer. You get something that people absolutely love and adore, but you really can't reproduce it. That would be kind of strange. Okay, so this is a different type of thermoset. I don't think I've shown one like this before. I have a couple of these personally. So it's got the little beads, the little ones inside of the bigger. So it looks different than most of your thermoset that I've sold. It looks different, but it is still thermoset. It's just small. So they're small little delicate beads within a bigger setting. Compared to your typical thermoset, it's going to be something like this. So that's the difference in these two. And I think I've got this one. I don't know if this one was marked. So I mark them a little bit more if they have a name on them. If they don't, then, oh, and by the way, I had that blue. I got that blue one at 8. I don't know what I was thinking. But this here, where do I have you? Auctions. Yeah, this one's not marked. There it is. I have it at 10. Unique light brown thermoset necklaces, 17 inches. So I currently have this one at 10. Yeah, it's different, Lori. You see that? That's 17 inch and it's gold. Gold is still, yellow is the color of the summer. Gold is still the metal of the year. I got to find out what the fall color is. I got a feeling it's going to be orange. That's just my gut. So this one is up at 10. Okay. And that one's not signing. And this one's a Cora. So I have her up at 12. And there's her signature again, the ball. So I'm learning to make sure those match that. Just because that lady sent me that container of those things. And so I'm very leery now. I'm like, I really got to check this stuff out before I buy it. Yep, and I got this one up at 10 because it was a Cora. So this is a signed one. Cora does mark it on the piece, plus on here, plus they have their unique signature little ball. So this guy, yeah, I have up at 10. Okay, takes care of that. I think I showed this sweater clip already. It's a much older one. This is like a solenoid bead. Nice big clip on there. It's going to hold anything. This is an alligator clip. It's not really, I wouldn't say it's plastic. It's pre-plastic, which is like a solenoid, lucite, that type of material. It's not molded. The deal with plastic is molded, so plastic has a seam. So that's how you can tell if something is plastic or not. And there's no seam in this. So it's a lucite. And then it's got this really pretty pearly thing. Sure, I'll do 6 on this one. Where did you go? Yeah, Nancy. I lost Nancy tonight. I got to do another giveaway. She's the one that's supposed to remind me. I think she's busy. Her parents are in their early 90s, I think it is. And so she spends a lot of time with them over at their house. So I don't always get her attention. There we go. And it's running for 6. There you go. Thank you, Paris. Then I'll run another giveaway. Hello, hello. And I guess there's no one after me. So I'm just going to run through all these pieces that I have out. And by then my husband will probably be pounding on the door and making me come out. So there you go. Thank you. Yeah, since I got sick, he really is very funny about making sure that I eat. He has this thing about me eating. Even when I'm sick and I can't eat, he thinks I should. So we get into these big things. We actually had to call the doctor last week. And for the doctor, I have to tell him, it's okay if she doesn't eat a day or two. It won't kill her. So, and I only went 1 day without eating. So here's this isn't my next giveaway. Those are stone, and here's the cute little earrings that go with it. I just don't know who the maker is, and I think it might be like a Serendipity or one of those type of places. And so I don't really want to try to sell it, but I just thought it was super cute. And so I'm going to run it as a giveaway. And that's pretty much what I do now with my giveaways. It's going to be stuff that I really think is cute, but I really can't. It's really not my style. So I'm really not going to run it in the store. But it's cute. I think it's cute. I would wear it. It is a long piece, but you can fold it over. I had it doubled over, and I still had it on. Doesn't give me any idea of a maker on it at all. Because the beads were so nice, these are ceramic beads. I was hoping I would find a maker on it, but that's why I'm curious as to when they started really marking jewelry and if jewelry was produced through the 50s and 60s that wasn't marked. I just don't know. Okay, so we got people on that. Let's see who gets this puppy. I think those are so pretty. Pink is one of my favorite colors. So let's see, I showed that. I was showing this and I stopped. Okay, 3 entries. It's got 2 seconds left. And who's our winner? And our winner is. Da, 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 da. I love this little giveaway thing. I can't control it if I wanted to. I just love it. And it goes to Dana, Ms. Day. Hello, Ms. Day. How are you, Miss Dana? I think it's Dana. Welcome aboard. Cool. As long as you're set up within the system with your proper name and address, I can get this out to you. This week I'll be shipping, I think tomorrow. I don't have any appointments so far this week, so unless something comes up, everything will go out tomorrow. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for joining us. You're a new customer of mine. I appreciate that. Okay, so moving on to what I have left on the table before my husband knocks the door down. This is a beautiful brooch. You can see that brooch. It's absolutely gorgeous brooch. Again, unmarked, open backs on all of the rhinestones. Here's the thing. I think I have you up at, what do I have you up at? Da, 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 da. See, I don't remember what I had this flower brooch, 2 1/4 inch, clear crystals, rhinestones, silver tone. I had it for 8. So if anyone wants to make a deal on that, let me know. And we can, it is, are these guys faceted? It doesn't look like it. No, it looks like they're glued. So this would be a newer brooch because those would be glued in versus prong set. Prong set means they're glued and have the prongs. Okay, so this was up at 8, but again, we're on Let's Make a Deal. So if anybody wants to make an offer, let me know. Okay, and I've got this cute little rhinestone bracelet. It is 7, I think it was 7 inches. Yeah, 7-inch little rhinestone bracelet. I think I had it up for 7. What did I have you up for? Let's see. So this is why I have to put it in the store. I had it up for 8, but again, we're playing Let's Make a Deal. So if you wanted to make an offer, let me know. All the rhinestones are present. It has this one has the normal clasp. Okay, I had one that had a really strange clasp on it, but I think that one's sold. So there's that. You can see it on kind of. I think it's really pretty. Okay, so there's that piece. This is a Giovanni little pin, a little flower pin. I think this is under a buy now. Uh-oh, I hear thunderstorms, guys. So if we get abruptly disconnected, it's because we're having terrible weather today. It always waits to Sunday. I swear, it waits to Sunday just to bug me. And I can't find this brooch set up for some reason under auctions or buy now. So this one I'd have to set up on the fly. I'm trying not to set them up on the fly because it's been causing me a mess in the system. I'm trying to get it cleaned up and keep it cleaned up. Yes, I don't have Giovanni in the system right now. Oh, there she is. I have her for $5. So Giovanni, $5, signed right there. And I don't know much about Giovanni. I don't know if it's a collectible brand, if people like it or they don't like it. I really don't know. So again, it is Let's Make a Deal time. So if you want me to run it any discounted. Oh, Laurie's got a bid on it. I see, Laurie. I got to go back again and look for starting bids. Okay, let me run this for Laurie. This one's running at 5. Yeah, Giovanni is, I marked most of my Giovanni down because I only had a couple pieces left. And this was one of them. I think I have a bigger one, but that one's not marked. That was the problem. That was the problem with that one. You love Giovanni. Yeah, I had the roses. Did I sell you my roses? because I've had the Giovanni roses before, quite a few, had a couple times. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, they're cool. Okay, this guy's unmarked, but what I have here is a pair of rhinestone earrings with the fox pearl, and then a little bracelet with the rhinestones. And I don't know what I had this set for. Let's take a peek. Let's take a peek. Under buy nows. I think this is a buy now because I think I've had this up before. But sometimes I buy nows stays. Oh, there we go. Fox pearl bracelet, 7 1/4 inch, and earrings, $5. So that's what I have set up currently on this set is $5. If anyone's interested in that. Okay, so I showed all of that. This is a very special brooch. This is a Regal. So Regal are, let me pull it up because it's got a really long doohickey description. A doohickey. Yeah, Mel, what is a doohickey? And that's under auction. What is a doohickey? That's a good question. So this is a Regal brooch. It's 120, 12 karat gold filled. So it is an amazingly beautiful piece. They sell for around $70. I have it up at 25. I can't take less than 22.50, something like that for her. So she's absolutely gorgeous brooch. But I think 23 would probably be the lowest I could go on this piece. So it is one of my higher end pieces. I've gotten a few in. I told my vendors to kind of back off because I don't really sell the high end stuff. But I know Jamie was interested. I got to send her some info on it. But here's all the markings on the back. I think these are made in England. They're all numbered. Absolutely gorgeous. So that is a more high-end brooch than I typically sell. I will say that. This is a belt buckle. If anybody still wears a belt that you can replace the buckles on. This is a Mexican artist. His name is K.E. K.E. is his initials. This sold for $100 in the original auction that it was in. I picked it up in a leftover auction. LM. What does LM mean? You guys in your acronyms, you got to spell it out for me. What does LM mean? I don't know what that means, Lori Carl. You have to tell me what it means, Lori, because I don't know. So when I looked up this guy, oh, message. Okay, you left me a message. Okay, got it. Okay, let's put him aside just in case your message has to do with the Regal. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Paris. Yeah, I need one of those dictionaries that I can pull up at an instant. My son laughs at me all the time. I've got two boys. One's 50, one's 39, and I get laughed at a lot because I don't know their stupid little codes. So this guy originally was selling these for $100. They're absolutely beautiful belt buckles, all silver, and then handmade ceramic, one of a kinds. So I think I have this belt buckle down at 15. So there's that piece. I've got 2 pairs of milk glass earrings, 2 different sizes. They're both clip-ons. I have a 1/2 inch and a 1/4 inch. They need a cleaning. I haven't cleaned them, but I would think they need a cleaning. Where did I say that? Oh, because of that right there. So I've got these 2. Oh, somebody left me or somebody's joining me because it went black again. God, I wish I knew what this was. Okay, so now I went black and came back in again. Is everybody still on and can you hear me? Because I'm going to report this time. I swear I'm reporting it this time, just trying to get support to pay attention to it. So, oh well, hopefully everybody can hear me. So yeah, milk glass earrings. Milk glass all came from Japan. So these are from Japan. And I think I have the 2 pair under buy nows for, I thought I had them. Nope, I guess they're under auction. Must be under auction. I think I had them pretty cheap though. Let's see if I can find milk glass. There it is, $8 for the 2 pair. That's what I had originally. That's what I have them at right now. Little button earrings, little clip-ons. I've worn this pair. This is the size earrings I have to wear. Little tiny, tiny things. So these guys would be currently $8 for the milk glass. Okay. These are some cute little just fashion earrings. Look, it's little chips of shell. And these are pierced, and it says made in Hong Kong. So I know these are made in Hong Kong, Hong Kong. At least I assume they are because the sticker's on there. I have these up at 5, and this is an auction. So if anybody's interested in these, I guess I have it running. Oh, the milk glass I have running. Duh. Okay, well, now they go in the store. There you go. Duh. So sometimes I don't know how I do that. And there we go. So that's this pair here. They're actually a light blue. A very off blue, kind of blue whitish. It's hard to tell. Let's see. There's probably your best picture. Okay. And then I have my little poodle. I think it's a Sarah Coventry. I did not look him up. But I have a little poodle, and he was with another Sarah Coventry piece. I would have to Google him to see if he is a Sarah Coventry or not. I put my poodle at $5. $5 puppy. Woof, woof, woof. I don't own a dog. I own a cat. Cats are pretty independent creatures, and that fits me perfectly right now. So this is a tiny little guy. Where is the poodle? There's the poodle. Move to stage. Yes, I've got the poodle at $5. Silver tone, 1 inch. She's small. And I've got it at 5. Okay. Look at that piece. Look at those guys. Here's another really pretty brooch. It's the mesh. All right, this one I've got open. Why do I have it open? For a reason, or did you open on your own? This is what I always check to make sure that these guys are in good shape. Because a lot of brooches, I ended up taking brooches apart years ago because they would come and this part wouldn't work. Oh, cool, it works. Okay, so yeah, that's perfect. Okay. I think this is a buy now. Yeah, I've got this as $5 in the buy nows. It's a great deal on this one. It's that mesh, really pretty. Okay. Then for $5, I also have this bracelet, which is all those crystals. Beautiful, beautiful. It's missing one little stone. Right? Where is it? Yep. Right there. It's missing a crystal. So if you had a crystal you could pop in there, then you would have a complete piece. So just some really pretty crystals, 2-layer, and it's separated, so that means they don't twist up on you all the time, with a very vintage end on it. So that's that piece. Then this is a Sarah Coventry bracelet. I believe that I had up for $8. And again, it's let's make a deal. So if you see something you like, you want me to put a better price on it, let me know. It's kind of an off-white. Like so. I'm down to 4 people, so not a lot of people left on here tonight. And I'm almost done. So with products. Okay, so there's this guy, and he is 7 inches. So that's a 7-inch bracelet. It is Napier, patent pending. That's who has it. It's a Napier patent pending. I had $8 on it, but again, we're playing Let's Make a Deal. So if you want to make me an offer, I'm open to offers. Okay, I've got this guy here, a beautiful bracelet. It's a really cool, unique clasp. And it has a security chain to it. So it's got both this beautiful heavy-duty clasp and a security chain. So I know it's a better piece, but again, I couldn't find any markings on it. So it's a buy now as well. And I have it at, what do I have you at? I have it at 8. But again, if anybody's interested, let me know. We can make a deal. So this one I have at 8. It's a very beautiful bracelet. See how it's made? Yeah. Surprised there's no maker's mark on some of this stuff. 6? Sure. I'll do 6. Man, especially on the buy nows, because that stuff means it's been in my store. To become a buy now, you have to have gone through a show with it, and it has to sit for a certain amount of time. And then after it sits for a certain amount of time, then I put it in the sale as a make me a deal. Okay. And let us, okay, you won't let me rerun you. Bracelet, crystals, gold tone, safety chain, 7.5 yet. Oh, it's a buy now. That's why. I changed it. You got it. Okay, cool. Very good. So we got that. And it's time to do another giveaway. You're welcome, Paris. Thank you for joining us this evening. Okay. With this little purple Avon chain, I've got these little purple earrings that we can put with it. They're clip-ons, unsigned. So it would be the earrings and the bracelet together as a giveaway. And where is that? Do I have the purple in here? No, good. Okay, I can just do a new one then. I probably should just do my giveaways this way. It'd probably be easier. There we go. And so it's an Avon bracelet, and there's no mark on the earrings. Okay. And if anybody wants to know when my shows are, make sure you follow me. Go up to the top where my name is and click on me and follow me. Because if you follow me, then whenever I have an event, it'll notify you. Apparently, I've been doing something that I'm not supposed to do, and that is I like to email people or like to send them a message saying I'm live tonight. But apparently, I found out today that's against the rules. So again, I've been with District for a long time, and they've changed up things. So, okay, so I've got this guy running right now as a giveaway. If anyone's interested, I think they go really pretty together. They're both gold trim. They're both purple. Maybe purple would be the color of the fall. I love purple. I think it's a great color. Only one entry on this one, guys, and it is got that infinity symbol to it, which I like. Okay, I've only got a few more pieces to show, and then we'll be done for tonight. Okay. It looks like I only got one entry on this guy. I'm only down to 3 people in this show, so I think I've lost a bunch of people. But that's okay. We had a great evening so far. Okay. It's going to draw the winner in 10 seconds. And I've got a few more pieces to show, and then we can wrap her up for tonight. Avon bracelet and earrings goes to... It should be easy to draw. There's only one person. It goes through the same process. Thank you, Mary. It goes through the same process if it's like a dozen people or one person, which I think is really cool. So this set comes from Rogers Department Store. I will say I did not look up to see where Rogers Department Store is or when it was in business, but it is a set, turquoise stone and rhinestone, really pretty set. Again, it's a little shorter, but again, I can send an extender with it. Buy a lotto ticket tonight. Yeah, see? You never know. SB. Oh, starting bid on these. What did I have these at? Let's see. What did I have you at? I had it at 10, but I could do 8. How about 8? Yeah, Paris. And it's interesting. I don't know how it determines who wins because some nights one person wins, and other nights different people win. It's just weird. One night I had a person win every single one, and she came back the next week and won 2 more. So I don't know why it does what it does, but it's completely on its own. On the last one, you didn't have any competition. So that was good. Okay. And if anybody needs extenders for these, let me know, and I can send one along. And if you could send me a message and tell me to send an extender, that would be perfect. And that way I make sure I get it. Yeah, I don't know where Rogers Department Store is. but it didn't have a barcode. It looks like it had a regular sticker that someone took off. So if you're not following me, you can go up to my picture up on top, which is really a bad picture. Well, it's better than what I look now. But you can go up to my picture, click on me, and go follow. And then anytime I go live, you'll know about it. Like last week, I did a pop-up sale. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday one day. I typically don't do things during the week, but I decided I was going to do them that day. So I did go live that day. And so that way you'll know when I go live. Okay, these guys are Beat It. It's a friend of mine in Ohio, who I think now moved to Pennsylvania. But it's all this beaded work that she does. I'm sure she has a little machine that helps her do all the patterns, but I just think they're super cool. So I have just the green one up, I think, but just so happens they're both in the same package. So they're under the buy now for $5. So, and I would send the two of them along, not just the one. If anybody's interested. Rogers City department store in Florida and Alabama. Thank you, Paris. Where are you from, Paris? Are you from that area? I'm new to this part of the world. I've never lived. I live in Eastern Kentucky right now. Oh, California. I've lived in Cali. I love Cali. Can't afford Cali anymore. My best friend lives in California. It's just I can't live there anymore. I wish I can't afford it. And after we came back from Hawaii, we decided we're going to try to buy a house outright, which is why we ended up in Arizona. And then Arizona didn't work out because I didn't like 120 degrees. And so my brother moved to Eastern Kentucky. He convinced me to move out here. I did. I'm not so sure it's the place for me, but for now we're here. And we want to stay where it's warm. So this is not as warm as I would like it to be. So we don't know. I don't know where we're going or what we're doing. A lot depends on my cancer progression. So I've got these little basket. I call these baskets. I don't know why, but it reminds me of a little basket. So little basket earrings. I think these were under buy nows. Yeah, they were under buy now. What did I have you at? I have them under $5 for $5 at buy nows. Thank you, Paris. It's been a long journey. I mean, the problem is when I was living in Arizona, I saw a couple doctors because I knew something was wrong with my lymph nodes. And they kept telling me, oh, no, it's fine. Your lymph nodes are doing what they're supposed to do. And they sent me home. Both doctors blew me off, basically. Then I got to Arizona and I got a new doctor. And I walked into her office for the second time. And she looked at me and she said, Melody, what's wrong with your neck? And I'm like, I don't know. Doctors in Arizona said my lymph nodes are doing what they're supposed to do. She goes, no way. There's something wrong. So she sent me in for testing, and that was November 3rd. And by December 20th, I was already in treatment. So, but I'm stage 4 advanced. So I understand my prognosis. I am pushing for a few years is what I'm pushing for. My cancer is one that's it isn't found early to begin with. Had they paid attention to me, I'd be fine. Because no one paid attention to me, it got carried away, and it did spread because I have other lymph nodes in other parts of my body that are affected. So it's going to be a constant battle, but I plan on winning it. I have a 5-year-old grandson that I wasn't supposed to have. He was a big surprise, and I plan on watching that little guy graduate from high school. I have a 31-year-old granddaughter and a 21-year-old grandson from my oldest son. My youngest son was never going to have kids, and they had a little boy. He's 5 years old now, and he's the love of my life. And so I'm going to watch him graduate from high school. That is my goal. So I only need 12 years. So this is a really cool brooch. These are all semi-precious stones. Thank you. I don't mind telling my story. I'm actually going to do some work with the Cancer Association and try to get people to talk more. I don't know. It's not marked, but it's definitely silver. If you look at the work on it, it has to be because there's no way you can mount these without it being silver. I think someone made it because that's a tiger's eye. That's a jasper. That's a jasper, and this is I know onyx, black onyx. So it's silver of some sort. I'm assuming I've never had to do anything to it. So okay, let's see. What do I have her at? She's sitting in my buy nows. I think. What is she at? She's at $8 in buy now. I'm going to actually edit her to 5. And by the way, if you haven't noticed, most of my jewelry is her. Unless I get to an animal, then sometimes the animals become hymns. Yeah. But for the most part, I call them. So this is all set up to be a buy now. So I just changed it to, there we go. It looks like you got it. Perfect. Yeah. So a lot of these shows I've been doing these shows throughout my cancer. But when I was in the hospital, I ended up in the hospital for a couple of weeks. I didn't do it that whole month. I think that was January and into February. I think I came back middle of February. And since then, I haven't missed a week because it's my determination to be here. I'm going to do this. This keeps me moving. It makes my heart happy. I get to talk to people that become my friends. I don't know anybody in Southern Kentucky except for my husband, my brother, and my sister-in-law. He is my baby brother. We have very little, if anything, in common. So, yeah, and we weren't raised together. So we're 18 years apart. So there you go. And so I've got this blue clamper bracelet, which has got a safety chain and the earrings. And these guys were, and by now, I had them at 10. I'm going to mark them down to 8. Yeah, so and the other thing that these shows do is allow me gas money and eating. The hospital that I go to, and I went daily for 6 weeks, is 50 miles away. No, excuse me, it's 48 miles away, 2 miles short of the Cancer Association's magical number of 50. So I don't get a lot of the benefits that I could get if we were further away. But, you know, it takes a lot of gas to go back and forth. This week, I think we don't have any appointments. Thank God. Next week, we have 3. So it goes in spurts. Yeah, well, we were lucky to have any cancer center that dealt with head and neck cancers within a 200-mile radius of us. If these guys can't do it, and if these guys don't do it, they'll refer me either to Lexington, Kentucky, which is way over there on the other end of the state, or to the Cleveland Institute. Those are the 2 other hospitals that deal with head and neck cancer that have openings. Mayo Clinic in Phoenix does deal with it, but they don't have openings for 6 months. So I would, so that one's out. So a lot depends on the scans that I do on August 4th and get a reading on August 5th. No, 8th. August 8th, I get a reading. Then I'll know what we're going to do from there. So these are not marked, but they're just pretty. Blue bracelet and earrings. I think I have these. Yeah, so I'm a talker about my illness. A lot of people don't talk about it, and I have a good friend who went through, and she doesn't speak about it. I want people to know that anybody can make it through any cancer. A lot of it's mindset. No saying I'm going to make it through this, but I'm going to do my damnedest to see if I can. So that's my message to people. So there's this pretty blue set. This is a thermoset white brooch. I didn't have very many thermoset brooches, and this I bought from Jody, who is one of our other vendors. When I first started with Vintage Jewelry Addicts, I was one of the first people involved with them. So when new vendors would come on, I'd always try to make sure I'd buy something from them so that they'd make sure they had a sale. So that's how I ended up with this piece. It's orange. I don't even like orange, so I'm not sure why I have so much orange jewelry. I don't even like orange. This one I have up at 5 right now in the buy nows. So she's pretty. Yeah, Jody has beautiful items. Yeah. A little out of my price range. I like to sell items that could be resold. A lot of my vendors are resellers, and I'm happy doing that. I buy my stuff in lots from people that I've worked with in the past because I used to run a couple stores. And so I buy everything in lots. So it's not like I have an individual price on each item that I have to hit. And if I do buy a piece, which I sometimes kick myself in the butt for doing, then I got to stick to a certain price. That's my problem. That's like a problem on that Regal. I should never have bought that Regal because I need to get $22.50 out of it, or else I won't make any money on it. That's because I got involved with these auctions, and then later realized I had to pay shipping, and some of the shipping is astronomical. I mean, some of the shipping, they want double the shipping what it costs for the item. So I had to stop doing auctions that way and do them this way. So this is also a piece I have out in my store. I had in the store as a buy now, I think, or maybe not. No, I guess you are underneath auctions. Where did you go? Well, I don't know where this piece is, but it is a pretty brooch, a pretty rhinestone broochie that I would do for, well, considering I don't even know where you are, I could probably do you for like $5 if I knew where you belonged. All the stones are present, but there's no maker's mark on it. So she sits like this. Okay. And then I have these earrings. If anybody's from Canada, these are British Columbia. By the way, I do ship to Canada. It's just a little bit more expensive. These are bone china. Beautiful pair of earrings. It is the British Columbia floral. So it's the flower of British Columbia is the dogwood. So that's what those are. This is, I had a whole bunch of these at one time. These are twin brooches on the original cards. And it was in its original display. Are they heavy? Which ones? These guys? No, let's see. What was the last one I showed? Are these heavy or this heavy? What did I show you? Oh, the dogwood. No. Let me pick them up. Where are you? I turned you over. Where did I put you? Oh, there you are. Let me take one off the card. I could actually weigh it, but oh no, they're light. Here's the back. Definitely light. Oh, but beautiful china work. Wow. Really pretty. These are super pretty. So they're not heavy. They're china. So some of the china stuff I get is kind of heavy, but these aren't. And I think I've got these guys. So these were a past bid as well, which I think I did. There they are. I've got these up for 8 right now. So the dogwoods would be 8. It says Stanford's China, something like that. Something like that. Okay, the twin brooches I was showing, they're really super light, solenoid with little crystals in the center. I've had these. I had 10 of each, 10 of these and 10 of the acorns, and I have 2 of these left and no more acorns. So I sold all the acorns already. Here's another odd brooch. It's a very odd brooch. I don't know if somebody made it. It's just different. It looks like India to me. It reminds me of India. And maybe it's the gold work. I'm not sure, but whatever it is, it reminds me of England. It reminds me of India. The pair of double brooch. I would do these. I could do these for 4. Did I have them in here? Because I have one more pair left. I had it in for 5, but I could do them for 4. And it was funny because the day I stopped in there, the first time I looked at them, she wanted basically $8 a pair for them, and she had 10 pair. And I'm like, there's no way. So I waited a month or 2, and then coming back from treatment one day, I told my husband, just pull in. There's no cars. Oh, you make things from vintage? Yeah, I used to do that for years. I tore stuff apart and made new stuff. It was just fun. So yeah, those we can run. So those are in the buy now. So you can go grab those out of buy now. I did mark the price down. No, that's the dogwoods. Let me make sure I edited this one right. Let's see. There you are. Yep. Move to stage now. Okay. Yep. I've got these at 4. They are a buy now. There you go. Thank you. And what time are we at? I'm surprised my husband isn't pounding on the door. He usually comes and pounds by now and says, time to eat. Let's go. Let's go. So I've got what I've got left for giveaways. I don't know who's still on here. I've got basically 2 things set up. I've got these earrings, which are more modern, but could have fun with them. I have these set of brooches. So and so. And I've got this set of pins. And there's only a few of us on, Mary. So if you're still on, you're probably going to win again. So this, I think, someone gave it to me. I think they thought I'd put them on my hat. I think when I left Arizona, someone gave this to me. I can't remember where I got it from. But anyway, I've got that. So why don't I run these earrings? They're fun. They're a little more modern. And they'll be our last giveaway of the evening. Okay, the last giveaway of the evening is running. I think I have it running. Yep, I got it running. Okay. And even if you're the only one on, don't be afraid to jump in. But they're cute. I just think they're cute. They feel super soft. They don't technically have a seam. So they could be a solenoid. Because typically, again, a plastic is going to have a seam. Oh, there it is. You feel the seam at the bottom. Okay, so and I've got 4 more pieces to show, and then we're going to wrap her up for the evening. Let's see what I've got left over here. Yeah, they're cute. I just thought they were cute when I picked them up that day. I don't even think I noticed what materials they were made out of. Sometimes I just pick stuff up because I think it's cute. Well, I did. I haven't done doing much shopping. I've been doing it online, which is why I think I'm ending up with such a huge variety of stuff. And I think, Mary, you're the only one left. I think you're my only person left. Mary wins again. Yay, Mary. Make sure you're following me, Mary. Yeah, so here's a beautiful little necklace, AB crystal with a Jersey stone center. Yay, Mary. Yay, Paris. I love Paris. I want to go to Paris in the summer. I went in the fall. It was cloudy and miserable. So I've got this guy I can run for 8. A very delicate little necklace. These, if you're do Disney at all, these were from Disney Tokyo Hotel. They were an opening gift in the year 2000 when the resort opened. I've kept these in the package all these years. Here's where Japanese writing, blah, 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 blah. They're not for resale. Ignore that. Good, you got me. So these little Mickey Mouse, and it says right in there, I think it's his anniversary edition. Tokyo Disney Resort. So it says Tokyo Disney Resort. Starting bid on these guys. Let's see. Where did I have y'all? I'm trying really hard this time to not just put up pictures and snap them like I was doing because, man, that made a mess out of my store. But we had to do that mainly because my store got messy. Okay, no, I don't have you set up. I find that to be very difficult. See if I can find it. I don't have a lot of Disney. No, Tokyo. Let's try JAP. Oh, those are made in Japan. Okay, I'll bring that one up next. I don't think I have this set up. So, how about, yeah, I don't see him either. How about make me an offer? And we'll go with that. I can set you up quick. Okay. Key rings, and they're key rings is what they are. Key rings, there we go. And this would have to be a live auction. And I don't remember what price I had on them. Let me drop a 10 on there and then let me see what you said. And we'll go from there. How about 10? I put a starting bid of 10 on there. I just moved them to stage. Unless you want to make me an offer, then I'll adjust it. I'll adjust it. Definitely worth the 10 though. You're not going to find them. I think a lot of people held on to them. I don't know. I did for a really long time. So I can run these at 10. So I've got them set up right now as Tokyo key rings, and they're running at $10 for the set. And it's in its original pack. I have not opened it. And I personally was there, so I know the history of these pieces because it was mine. So, oh, you didn't run them? You didn't want to run them? Did you want a better price on them? You'll pass? Okay, cool. They're just super cute. Somebody's going to love them as much as I did when I've held on to them. Okay, here is a clock brooch. I didn't even realize before that's just scissors. That's kind of cute. Anyway, I don't know why I had this at, but this would be $5. This is going on sale for $5 now. So some of this stuff, when I mark it down like that, especially if it's a buy now, it'll stay that because it's in the store. So let's see. I had it at 8. I'm going to edit it to 5. So when it goes back to the store, it'll be at 5. Okay. So the clock brooch is at 5. And then I have 2 pieces left I want to show. These are actually, it says made in Japan on these. So these are made in Japan, pink, with matching earrings. Clip-ons. Definitely older vintage. Look at the way they're made. Okay, if you make jewelry out of vintage stuff, are you interested in broken vintage jewelry, Mary? I have 2 other customers that I either give or sell. You are? Okay, cool. I'll throw in a couple pieces for you out of my broken jewelry box because I have a box of stuff because I won't sell anything with missing stones. I won't sell anything that the earrings don't close properly, that the brooches don't close properly. And since I've been sick, I don't fix anything. So it's been building up and building up, and so I'd like to do something with it. So I have this pink set that says made in Tokyo. Batman. Pink double strand necklace, 17-inch with clip-on earrings. It says Japan. And I had it up at what? I had it up at 10, but I would adjust it to 8. I would take 8 on this piece. If anybody's interested in the pink double at $8, let me know, and I'll change it up. Okay. It's really pretty. It's a pretty pink. Definitely more of a spring. I'm trying to get in more into some of the fall stuff. Let's see, what else could I show you? This is a Schwartzky. I have it in the store. I didn't pull it over, but it's a Schwartzky. I think I had it at 18 and I marked it down to 15. But she's marked there. She's marked there. She's marked on the chain and she's marked on the clasp. So there's that guy. Puppy hard. Here's 2 rings that are both stone. They would be $5 a piece. And labradorite on this one. And I think this guy is what size are you? Okay, you're a 9.5. So this one's a 9.5. And this one is much smaller and an 8. So that one's 8. So those 2 are at 5. I think we have pretty much depleted what I pulled out for tonight. Let me show you these. These are all clip-ons. No, this was a combo. That was screwback, screwbacks, and pierced. These I would do at $4 a pair. If you're interested in any of these, let me know. And I think with this, I'm going to call it a night. Just other than to show you one more time my favorite blue set. And there's the blue earrings. And here's the necklace on her. Right there. Second pair with enamel. Oh, what you mean, second pair with enamel? Oh, my finger's going dead on me. Second pair with enamel. Are we talking rings? Oh, earrings. Oh, screwbacks. Oh, these guys. Second pair, this pair here. Yeah. I think that's the ones you're talking about. These here. Yeah, that's what I would have thought too. We have the same taste, Mary. It's interesting because I have other customers that I pretty much know their tastes already. Yeah, these are pretty, and these would be $4. And they are not set up. I always run these on the fly. Okay. Screw bag. Earrings. $4. And okay, publish, add to my stream, enter auctions. You better be here, you piece of shit. There you are. And move to stage and start the auction. Whew. Okay, lots of steps, but there you go. Now you know why a lot of stuff ends up in buy nows, because there's a lot of steps to set up these pieces. There's a lot of work involved. I will say that. I love working with this company, but there's a lot of work involved. These are shoe clips from Paris. These are my mother-in-law's. I sold a lot of my mother-in-law's jewelry when I started. So she has these on a piece of paper from a canned corn. I just thought it was hilarious. But there she's got it marked for me. Vintage, Bluette, made in France, shoe clips. So those are gorgeous, and those would be 10. And I think I only have one more thing to show you. I've got this little Paris set, little girl's surgical steel post, kind of false earrings and necklace I would do for 5. And I think on that note, the only other thing I have is this little, I have 3 of these left. I had like a whole bunch, but they're little ceramic, made in China. It's got the little puppy dogs on there. And I bought one for I thought I was buying one, but I ended up with like 6 or 7 of them. And so anyway, I'm selling these for $3 if anybody's interested. So I think the 2 necklaces in the back. Oh, here? You mean on these blackboards back here? Okay, now these are these shell ones. I didn't show these because, well, okay, so these are from Niihau, which is the small island off of Kauai. They're not Niihau shells, technically speaking, because they are their fraction is too large. But then they go ahead and they drill them and they make them into these beautiful pieces. So what I have these marked at, I have them at $25 a piece or $45 for the 2. So it's actually 2 pieces. Here's their clasps and how they're made. Absolutely gorgeous work. There you go. So a very, very beautiful set. If someone wanted both pieces, I could do 40 for the 2. This one is longer and hangs down, and I think it makes a pretty set. So if you're interested, let me know. I'll run it. It is one of my higher end objects. I right now have 3 or 4 high end pieces. Yeah, think about it. Let me know. We can talk if you want to make a deal. Let me know. They're beautiful. They're one of a kind. You're not going to find them around. And then I also have these pieces hidden. Always end up hiding what's on these boards all the time. Okay, let me get you out of there. I see what my problem is. Okay, so we've got this necklace here, which has got these X's and O's. And I don't know, I don't know who this maker is, but it has a tag on it. And it had a tag of like $31 or $51 and $54 and marked down to $38. But it doesn't have any signature, so I don't know who it is. So even though it has that fancy tag on it, it's only $8 for me because I don't know who made it. I can't verify its age. I can't do anything with it. It doesn't pop up when I go to run it. It does have an old-fashioned hook on it. Run it? Okay, yeah. It's probably worth what they're showing. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder how much people, make up their own prices. I kind of have these base prices that I used when I was throughout doing business. If something is not marked, even in this world, it doesn't have the value of a marked piece, obviously. Okay, EXO bracelet options. Yeah, and so unsigned to me doesn't have the value of the signed stuff, even though people would like it to. It doesn't. Why don't I find the XOXO? I thought I put you out here. There's Joan Rivers. There you are. Move to stage. Start the auction. There you go. Yeah, it's a heavy piece, and it's probably some fancy manufacturer, and I just don't know it. But her tag didn't really give me any hint as to who makes it, because those are her internal numbers. So I don't know. But it now belongs to you, Mary, and you can figure out what to do with it, because I can't figure out what to do with it. And then this is a Monet or Napier, I think. Wait a second. This might be Napier. It had this, and it has the earrings. And I somehow have this piece wrapped around it, which my husband will take off for me, because so it doesn't really, that piece doesn't go with it. But it's this necklace here with these earrings. And those are pierced, and it's Napier's. Okay? So I've got that. What else can I show you? Oh no, this is the X. This is the X one. This one didn't have any price tag on it at all. Came from the same lady as the other piece, but no vendor and no tag on this one. Oh wait, it's signed. It is signed. Oh, that's good to know. Okay, I think it's an Avon piece anyway. I don't mark my Avon very high, like $3 for Avon. So that's what I've got on the necklace stands. Oh, just dropped my babies. And these are two super long, super fine chained with beads. I'm not sure why that piece belongs to me, but okay. I think that's all I've got tonight to show you all. So here's what I have left on the table. If there's anything you wanted to grab up before, and then some of this will go back to the store. Some of it will go back in stock to run it again. It just kind of depends. But there you go. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I don't have anybody to send you to. Typically, we send you off to other people, but there's nobody on after me, apparently. So that means I just have to say goodbye. So thank you very much, especially Mary. Thank you, Mary. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I probably will, depending on how I feel, I'll either ship tomorrow or Tuesday. It depends. And kind of each day goes as I wake up and see how I feel. So, and we'll make sure that your shipping is correct. And where are you located? You said Cali. Okay, Cali. Oh, that's cool. That's good. Yeah. The packages, because I'm in Eastern Kentucky, sometimes the packages take longer than they should. Just saying. It's a very remote area I'm in, which people find to be crazy because I lived on Maui for 25 years. Oh, near San Francisco? Okay, I love that area. I lived on Maui for many, many years. And then after that, we lived in Arizona, but we went rural in Arizona. And then we ended up rural out here too. And it was okay at first. It's beginning to get to me. But then I also can't go anywhere because I've been sick. So I think it's just a combo of everything. But thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. I'm on again next Sunday. A week before the fire. Oh, thank God you got to see my beautiful city. So that great big banyan tree that's downtown, I used to sell my crafts underneath there every weekend. My husband worked for Lahaina Restoration Foundation. So any of the museums that you saw in Lahaina were all originally designed by him. A lot of that, sadly, is gone. I was there the day of the fire. It was the scariest day of my life. I never want to relive it. I was there actually helping. If we had already moved our goods into storage on the other side of the island, thank God. But my best friend was there suffering from stage 4 cancer. So I was there helping her till she could get home to her family. So I had to get her out of there. We were in the middle of the Epic Center, as they call it. Her safe, she had a professional safe in her bedroom, which was a pedal of metal. The entire safe melted. So it got so hot. It still boggles my brain. It's still very sad to talk about. 25 years of my life were in that town. My baby considers that his home. So it's been hard for my kids as well. And we're coming up on a 2-year anniversary. And it doesn't seem possible that it's been 2 years. But it has. It's been 2 years. So we're all healing. A lot of my friends are getting back into homes. Not in Lahaina, unfortunately. But at least things are moving along in Lahaina. There's like a dozen homes that are now being lived in. They're still waiting for power and water. But it'll come back. It's just going to be different. We always said if anything happened in Lahaina, it would become Disneyland. So I'm so happy you got to go before it changes. So thank you so much, Mary. I'm so glad I got to share with you this evening. I appreciate you. You have a wonderful evening. And thank you for joining. And we'll see you guys next week. Good night. There's my heart. I can't do it very well. There we go. Good night.